All right, welcome back, YouTube. Today we're reacting to Death Battle. I'm still sick. I tried it. And it failed. Trunks versus Silver, Dragon Ball Heroes versus Archie Sonic. Now, I already watched the preliminaries. This fight, like, it can go either way, but I don't know. I feel like Trunks got this, but at the same time, I don't know, because we don't. It seems like Trunks is more smarter than Silver, and Silver is kind of dumb. So we'll have to see. I'm actually hyped to see this fight.
20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code DEATHBATTLE at checkout.
That's boxofawesome.com, code DEATHBATTLE for 20.
No.
It's time for a death battle through time.
I feel like time is gonna get destroyed. I feel like Trunks got this if he just went out his super form.
Stop! You're under arrest for unsanctioned time travel.
Seriously? This is what I do!
I'm about to say, Trunks, he can throw that right back at you. Oh snap!
It's no use.
It's no use. Rip off. I knew he was gonna say that. Sonic kind of stole from Dragon Ball when it came to Super Saiyan. Dragon Ball came out way before Sonic to admit it.
Crap baskets.
He just threw him to the moon where he could make a whole bunch of rocks.
Come on, give me a good pull. Good enough. Yeah!
Wait a minute now. Hold up. There we go. Super Saiyan God on his ass. This really comes down who can wear who form first though. But Trunks can stay in his form for a long time.
Now to shut you down for good! Chrono Tantrum! Internal time labyrinth!
Ooh, who's stronger though?
I don't think we're in Mobius anymore.
This is it, Time Hog! The end of your future!
I told you. It's no.
Yes!
Oh, come on! Trunks is way past cooler than furry Kyle Reese.
It is hard to imagine Trunks losing to anyone. However, Silver ironically had just about everything he needed to put the Half Saiyan 6 feet under.
First off, time travel wasn't much of a factor, since they were both pretty well versed in it. Either way, Silver's psychokinesis could disrupt tech like the Hero Switch and the Time Travel Armband, leaving Trunks without his gadgets and primary method of hopping through time.
Let's be frank, in base form, Silver never stood a chance at matching Trunks with his own power. Even in his super form, it's questionable whether or not Super Silver had the physical ability to match Super Saiyan Trunks. In short, it's practically impossible to lock down exact numbers and limits for their power levels.
So Trunks could have probably taken a win if he found an opening, but Silver's psychic powers have worked around similar disadvantages before. Enerjack was way stronger than him, could match the power of Supersonic, and conquered all of Mobius. But Silver could consistently Uno reverse card his attacks back at him, and he wasn't even super at that time.
Trunks was obviously much faster than Goku's trip to hell. He could easily be sextillions or septillions of times faster than light, maybe even more. However, by the very nature of Dragon Ball powers, his speed must have a limit, even if it is impossible to know an exact number given what we've seen.
But Archie's super forms have consistently shown incalculable speeds. Sure, Goku broke through Hit's time skip, but that actually has nothing to do with speed.
As explained by Whis, the effectiveness of time manipulation in the world of Dragon Ball depends on the difference in power level between the caster and their target. Such as when Kranoa attempted a time stop on Mira and failed, due to Mira's energy being stronger. Xeno vs. Goku has also mentioned how increasing his energy affects space and time around him.
In any other matchup, this would be totally buck wild itself. But no, Archie super forms just have to break time itself.
It's also difficult to put an exact number on Trunks' maximum level of power. The strongest beings in his continuity can affect his entire multiverse, which has infinite timelines plus the crack of time outside. In contrast, chaos magic wielded by a super form like Supersonic can rewrite the infinite timelines in Archie Sonic's multiverse, plus the extra-dimensional realms outside, like the Chaos Force, Pocket Zones, Mega Man's own infinite universe, and yes, possibly even a multiverse with Spawn. The scope of Dragon Ball's cosmic scale simply does not compare.
Plus, unlike Sonic, Silver spent many years being trained how to use chaos magic by the guy who invented it. Hell, if Mega Man could rewrite reality just minutes after learning he could even use the Chaos Emeralds at all, imagine what craziness Silver could pull off.
Trunks' best chance was the Key Sword's ability to nullify powers, like it did to Mechikabura.
That's why I
However,
understand.
The Super Genesis Wave explicitly could not rewrite the presence of Supersonic or Super Mega Man, despite being able to rewrite even the extra-dimensional Chaos Force from whence it came. It's likely Silver's super form could resist the Key Sword, at least for a time. Ultimately, while there are many versions of this battle where Trunks can win, Silver's superior abilities close out a victory more often than not.
To make things brief, Silver was just hogging the spotlight.
The winner is Silver the Hedgehog.
I don't know how I
Hey,
should feel
if you
about
want more
this.
Death Battle ASAP, why not grab a
It's
membership?
like,
You'll get
Death
exclusive
Battle be
emotes,
doing the
badges,
weirdest
live
stuff.
chat, live streams, and a
If you're
bunch
gonna
of
show them get
behind-the-scenes
hit
stuff.
by it and then
Just
say
click that
it
join
doesn't
button.
work, why
Thanks for
have them
watching.
get hit by it? SpongeBob SquarePants versus Super Friends Aquaman. Oh no, it's a cartoon versus a cartoon. They're gonna break the fourth wall. But yeah, that's my biggest gripe about Death Battle when they do these fights. If you're gonna say that a move or a power doesn't work against an opponent, right when they get hit by the move that you just said they can nullify and take away their powers, and then it came up like that part right there. They just pulled that out of their ass and said, well, his super form could resist the sword power. Okay, how can you resist something if you've never been hit by it before? Is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like they just pulled that shit out their ass. Like, what's the point of him getting hit by the sword if either you know he's resistant to it, or he's either been hit by it before, or it just doesn't work. That's like my biggest gripe about this stuff. That was the same thing when they did Thor versus Vegeta, right? They gave Vegeta a power level, right, for his Ultra Ego form, which never been stated anywhere that Vegeta gets that same power level from like Super Saiyan 3, because we don't even know what Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan. Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego Vegeta power level are in those forms. It could be 1 trillion. It could be a billion. You know, we don't know because it's never been stated. So they gave Vegeta a power level for that form, which didn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But I don't know, man. I feel like they just poured some shit out their ass at the end of that one. But who knows? Let me know what you guys think about it. Make sure you guys drop some comments below. I got this early reaction just for you guys. So let me know what you guys think about this whole Trunks versus Silver. Do you think Trunks should have won? Do you think Silver should have won? I don't know. Archie, but you know what? Archie Sonic characters are overpowered in general because that most of their stories and their fights don't even make sense. The only fight that I liked that made sense was when they did Sonic versus Wally West, because I was like, Wally would beat the dog shit out of Sonic. All versions of Sonic. Because that Wally's just too overpowered. But I digress. But I'll catch you guys later on the next reaction. Let's check this joint on out, y'all. This shit ain't gonna be sickening. I ain't gonna lie. Capcom has been killing it. They is a Capcom.